in Libya, historically, we have alliances. These are meant to be alliances of cooperation, mutual assistance, and overcoming of oppression and fighting of evil. Unfortunately, these alliances were appealed to in order to strengthen the regime. And I am very honored that my tribal confederation, the Warfella Confederation, has completely disassociated itself from the criminal acts that are being perpetrated in Libya. We have hundreds of dead in Benghazi and thousands of injured throughout the country and Benghazi and in other places. We are beginning to see heavy casualties in the west part of the country. And this man comes on television and doesn't even have the decency to acknowledge the pain and the honor of these young martyrs who have fallen because of the machine guns of his father. Instead, he accuses them of being drug addicts and thugs, while he's actually sending the thugs and the drug addicts and the mercenaries to kill his own people.
I beg your pardon. I was going to suggest to you that so far, at any rate, the trouble on the streets of Tripoli itself has been pretty limited. There were some problems last night. There were some protests last night, but they were put down quickly. And I was talking half an hour ago to one of the protesters who said they cannot go out onto the streets in daylight at all.
Well, you have to understand that Tripoli is fairly large, and people will give you different perspectives from different areas. So the Jum'ah what do you call it? A town at the edge of Tripoli, and almost the entirety of Suq Jum'ah was out last night. Tajura, which is a huge area, almost the entire people of Tajura were out. The people of Zawiya to the west of Tripoli converged on Tripoli from the west. There were very, very large numbers. Maybe this person was in an area where he did not see the numbers.
Indeed. And those of you who are protesting, do you have weapons? Are you organized in any way? Or is this just the sort of spontaneous demonstrations that we saw on the streets of Egypt?
Demonstrations. They started out very peaceful in Benghazi with people sitting in front of the court and asking for their simple human rights of dignity and honorable living. The only weapons got involved when people started to shoot with machine guns, including anti-aircraft machine guns, into the Libyan crowds, and actually making kind of gestures and so on at the crowds as they shot them. They even shot them while they were having funeral processions and even when burying the dead. When that happened, the youth had to defend themselves and understood that they needed to get some weapons in order to be able to overcome the central barracks of Benghazi. That's when weapons became widely spread. However, none of these youth is shooting, civilians or looting or destroying things. They're destroying symbols of 42 years of oppression, like the ruling party's stations and some of the police stations that were participating in the oppression. However, it is very pleasing to see that many of the police officers have now taken sides with the demonstrators, even army people, and this is beginning to happen in Tripoli. He is inside. It's said that they are now in Bab Azazia barracks, but the people inside do include Libyans, and these Libyans are from all over Libya, including the Warfella, Awlad Sulaiman, the Gidatha, who are actually split because Awlad Amar have their own vengeance with the regime from the past.
All right.
And I am sure that these people will not shoot at their own people, and we appeal to them from a tribal perspective, and also, and more importantly, from a religious perspective, not to kill their brothers and sisters, because last night we saw people converging on the central barracks of Tripoli and being shot at with machine guns.